What's up, guys? I am Drew with Comics Elite, here with Max MVP.
What's going on, man? Great to be here as usual. Sorry I missed last week, but yeah, no, it's always good to be back on the Elitist channel. No, I'm kidding. On YouTube. Even though you guys are Comics Elite, you do not present yourselves as elitists. So
No, we're just purveyors of good taste. That's about it.
Ooh, I like that. That should be a tagline. Purveyors of good taste. But yeah, no, you guys are close to almost 6K subs right now, which is huge. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's we're about I think 90. I think we're 90 away. That's on the last count. We're close to 90. So if you guys know 90 people who want to join the channel, please do send out the invites. Let them know, guys. We're so close to like you said, 6,000 subs. And all we do is just review comics. That's all we do and have our chats. And,
it's awesome. Yeah.
So, guys, if you're not familiar with Max Field MVP, right here, this is the link right here. You can join up on his channel right there. Where are you at sub-wise? You're what, close to 1,200, 1,300, 15?
So now I just hit 2,100. So nice. I just passed 2,000, which was fantastic.
Yeah.
I had a couple videos recently that just blew up, and because I was at maybe 1,500 or something for a while. And yeah, just got some great traction, had a couple interviews with some of the FNT guys, and yeah, so the channel is doing well and continually trying to, make videos and comic reviews and all kinds of stuff. So it's been good.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
Progress, onward and upward.
I know, right? I'm nowhere near the 6K, but hey, I'll take 2K any day, right?
It's the first fight for us, like getting the 5K was like easy for us.
Yeah.
Everyone else was telling us like, how the hell did you get the 5K so fast? I'm like, I don't know. Don't look at me. But to get the 6, holy crap. It has been it's like pulling teeth. It's ridiculous. Yeah. Yeah, he's the first. Yep. Stay elite. Hey, you stay elite. Comics Embrace.
Hell yeah.
And yeah. Howdy, Aaron. Howdy. We sent out an invite to a few more people, see if people show up in the chat with us. But so this past week in comics, let me share my screen here. Share it right here. There was some good stuff, mostly good stuff. So we had a guest host on. I don't think you didn't see it. We had a guest host since Kyle wasn't here. She did a good job. She'll be back this week as well due to high demand. It's fun to change things up a little bit, and see what works. And we had good chemistry. She did a great job. So yeah, and there's some great stuff this week.
I didn't get a chance to see your videos, but I was pleasantly surprised with the books that I picked up. And so right off the bat, I was going to say, for me personally, I would like my top 5, I guess, or even just top 3 were World's Finest, Death Dealer, and Gunslinger. And I think those are on the page right here.
Yeah. Well, 2 of them at least. 2 of them at least. Yeah. World's Finest, Gunslinger.
Yeah.
And if I go down a little bit further, I'm sure we'll see Death Dealer down here.
Death Dealer somewhere. Yeah, he's there. He is. Yeah. The triumphant return of is it Mitch? I want to say his first name is Mitch or something like that. Mitch
Iverson.
Mitch Iverson.
Yep.
He finally brought Death Dealer back because the last 2 issues have been 0 Death Dealer. Literally, he has not been in an issue. So it was good to have Death Dealer back. I enjoyed the aspect of hell that he's in.
Yes.
And it was super creative.
It was cool and creative because it looked like a high-tech tunnel thing.
Yeah, it almost looked like the hull of a spaceship or something, like the Nostromo in Alien. And I liked kind of a little bit of he was talking about how these ice blocks, the big ice blocks, and how you see this certain fantasized version of what you want for your life, and that the demons will kind of portray that. And Death Dealer's like, how the hell do you know all this? And the helmet's like, because I designed it with these demons, just cool stuff like that. That's really, really creative, really fantasy driven. So
Yeah.
it was good. Covers are always fire on these.
Yeah, always. And every week I go straight for the Frazetta cover. That's my MO, and can't go wrong with that.
Absolutely, yeah. I think for this whole series so far, except for the last 2 issues, but the first 4, I got cover A and cover B, which was the regular and then the Frazetta.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna try and do that for the whole series, because they are just incredible to look at.
Yeah, absolutely. Real quick before we start talking about these comics, I do want to share with people. So we're big announcement. If you're not familiar with indie comics, there is a little known indie series from the 80s to finish in the early 2000s. It was called Faust, Love of the Damned. It was arguably one of the first big, huge underground indie books from the 80s, from Rebel Studios and North Star, with David Quinn and Tim Vigil on the art. Tim Vigil, who did the main cover for Born of Blood. Yes, that Tim Vigil did the art for Faust, Love of the Damned.
Nice.
If you guys aren't familiar with this, make sure you're of age, at least 18 when you look this up. This is a very, very adult comic. Art is very graphic. It is extreme in every single way. Hello there, Jacob. I do recommend everyone check this out. Now, what's unique about this on Kickstarter? Why is this on Kickstarter? Well, it's because all the back issues and trades are out of print. They're completely out of print, not printed again. All the trades and singles are going for like $90, $100, $200. They're not cheap. Yes. And there's never been like a definitive collection of this stuff.
Yeah.
What's funny about this series as well, issue 1 came out in, I think, 1987, 88, and the final issue didn't come out until like 2000, I think, 2007. It took them that long to finish it. And this was only like 16 issues, I think. And but you look at Tim Vigil's art, you can see why. But anyway, they're finally releasing a huge, mega, oversized collection of Faust, Love of the Damned, every single copy, every single issue. And they're going to have signed limited 500 copies starting next Friday on Black Friday at 12 noon Eastern, 496 pages, $125. Kyle already said he's sold. I'm sold. And
hell yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know, Max, have you looked into Faust, Love of the Damned at all? Or have you checked out like the first issue or anything?
So what's funny is like my first introduction to Faust was Red Letter Media's video when they did the Faust video.
Yes.
And I was like, this is an actual character, and it was so funny to watch them get after it. Just get
the
into
movie
the
is
film.
bad. The movie is really bad.
The movie is something else, yeah. But it definitely made me interested in the book series because it came out before Spawn, and I always thought it was the opposite. I always thought Spawn was first, and then Faust was like kind of an amalgamation of that. But to hear that Faust was actually before Spawn is really cool. So I'm very, very interested in picking this up because, the art alone speaks for itself.
Yeah, like you said, Tim Vigil. Hey, if I'm doing a Born of Blood book, I got to get Tim Vigil on the cover. And hey, he knocked it out of the park.
Man.
Yeah, this is Tim Vigil on interiors and the covers. This art is fantastic. I really highly encourage anyone who is of age and has a strong stomach, for graphic content. Please do check it out because the story is a beautifully. It's a crazy story. I'll say that because you're going through a man who's who's like more or less insane, but also more or less kind of a superhero who's made a Faustian deal with the devil. And it's a really good, crazy story, and I thoroughly enjoy it. And to finally be able to collect it in one huge, oversized, signed, limited edition hardcover, sold. And the kicker. But wait, there's more. Next Saturday, we haven't posted it yet, but next Saturday morning, we're probably going to do this live. Kyle and I are going to be interviewing David Quinn. That is right. The David Quinn, the writer of Faust, co-creator of Faust himself, David Quinn. we'll be interviewing him on Saturday, the day after the Kickstarter launches. And we're going to be asking him a whole bunch of questions because this guy, he's worked at Marvel. He did work for Doctor Strange, did a Carnage series, he's done Faust, he's written children's books. This guy's been all over the place. So, and he, I think he's done some stage plays as well. But he huge, wild, crazy career. So this is going to be a very interesting and fun interview next Saturday morning. So I highly encourage everyone to please check out at least issue 1 of Faust and then come back next week on Friday or Saturday when we do our interview.
That's going to be great, man. I'm really looking forward to seeing what he has to say and just hearing that conversation with you guys, because I've been really enjoying like the ones with y'all and Mark Wade and stuff. Like you guys have had some great interviews and some great individuals on the show. So yeah, this will be really cool to hear what he has to say.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's just he reached out to us. I mean, we posted something or whatever, and he liked it. He liked what we said, and we just emailed him back, and he's yeah, sure, let's do it. It's like that was
Nice.
easy. Holy crap! Wish everyone was that easy. What we got here from Trencher 7. I still have my early visual comics like Grips, Omen, and Nightmaster. Ooh, nice. A lot of those, man.
Nice.
A lot of those are very, very hard to get. Low print runs. Holy crap! Yeah, just all I'm going to say is I'm going to tell David when we go live next week. I've got every single issue of Faust. I've got the trades. That ain't cheap. That's all I'm going to say. That was not cheap at all.
No way, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is awesome to have, though.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and congrats to David Quinn for getting this thing started. And yeah, I would highly recommend people to go get notified and back this project, because it's going to be cool.
Yeah, like this is it is a true, when you think of like 80s indie comics, like the black and white scene, black and white indies from the 80s, like The Crow, Ninja Turtles, Grendel, The Tick. This is very much Cerebus, and this is very much Faust like that hardcore, underground black and white comic, and it is awesome. Like one thing I do remember, I'm going to verify it with David. Like there were stores that they, I think they refused to carry it, or like police came to shut down the stores because they carried Faust.
Oh my god!
In their stores. I got to check. I'm going to check on that. Yeah, I heard rumors about that back in the day. But yeah,
that sounds like something. That sounds like something that would happen with Ed Piskor's Red Room.
Yeah, exactly.
There's some stuff in there that's like banned in a couple different comic shops or couple different states. So,
well, it's funny you mentioned that about Ed Piskor and Jim Rugg. Is they on Cartoonist Kayfabe, because they actually did discuss the first issue of Faust. They did a video showing it, walking through it, and because there was an announcement that there's going to be an animated series of Faust coming out soon.
Ooh,
which I mean, when you're familiar with the series and you hear that, it's like, what? Like surely it's gonna be like a showtime at 2:00 in the morning, right? When like it's like
like maybe like an HBO Max, series or something.
Max triple X,
Max to the to the X. Well, that would be very interesting. Hopefully, it diverts away from the film adaptation.
Yes.
From the 90s. But that would be cool. Yeah. I mean, because look at anything animated. Well, most things animated that I remember have been really, really well done. Batman animated series, X-Men animated series, the Justice League and Justice League Unlimited, all the DC Universe animated films. And what was the other one I was going to mention? And the Spawn HBO animated series. Like,
yeah.
Each one of those is really, really well done and has a lot of care and passion put into the animation side of things. So hopefully they do the same with this.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, we're going to talk to him about that as well. But yeah, a lot of questions we're going to ask him, because we're curious, not just as fans of Faust, but because he's been in the industry a long time. So we want to know his takes on everything. But
noise.
Okay. Back to reality. Okay, back to business here. So that's why we're leaving.
So tell me what was your favorite comic of the week? Like, what were your top 5 or what were your top few? Do you remember?
Yeah, mine were World's Finest. That was my
Okay.
pick of the week. World's Finest was amazing. I truly loved it. And
Yeah.
Gunslinger was a close second.
Okay.
Especially, I mean, was Gunslinger one of them you read, or you only read one this week? I forget. Did you read Gunslinger?
No, I read Gunslinger. I did, yeah.
Oh, you did. Okay, that last page, I loved it. I love that last page of Gunslinger.
The last page in Gunslinger is definitely like it was super gorgeous, and
Yes.
it was a really like it's a really great envisionment of like an icon of iconography. You know, the guy laying there below the piles of money or whatever. I'm you know, you guys in the chat can you know, judge me or whatnot. I'm a little tired of the Christian priest being the bad guy trope.
I because I knew I had a feeling, because you know I feel the same way too. You know, and it does get old. It's one thing that I'll say it now because no one's here. I the fact how, you know, Christianity, God, that's the easy whipping boy pretty much for jokes, and they go to like anything else. Oh no, you can't do that. No, it's just
right.
Yeah,
it's an easy target, especially in a Spawn book, because it's like Spawn is of hell. You know what I mean? Like his realm is hell. So like, who would his enemy be? And it would obviously be the creatures of heaven. So like in context, I guess it makes sense. But there are so many other demons that he could be dealing with, like that issue of like the big muscle bound dude where he like shoots through him and he's hanging off of that tree. There was like 2 or 3 issues back. Like that was incredible. Still one of my favorite Gunslinger issues. But so that was my only negative about this one, was just like I was like, okay, you know,
because as a Catholic, you know, hey, I'm at the same point. It's like, okay, easy, yeah, it's an easy target, sure, but it looked cool at the end. I'm sorry, but
it did absolutely.
But it's like, come on, Todd, you're better than Todd. Be better.
Be better, Todd. Yeah, no, I really have been enjoying the Brett Booth art. We also get like a little bit more of the Gunslinger backstory here.
Yes,
which was really cool. You know, seeing like that he survives this event, and I won't spoil it, but we see him survive this event, and then I like that panel, that page where he's like, his body's almost like ripping open because the Spawn is like taking control of him. Like super cool art.
Absolutely, yeah. Brett Booth is seriously doing. Like I said, Brett Booth is a guy. He has not lost his touch at all.
No. If anything, he's getting better.
Yeah, absolutely. Anthony Bay, this is the weekly comic wrap up. This is the weekly Floppy wrap up. We're talking about this past week in comics, what we liked, what we didn't like, and we're going to be talking about the solicitations too. Solicitations just came out.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah. Nice.
Yeah, so we're going to be talking about DC and the Indies. Well, Marvel and the Indies. I don't think DC's out yet, or is it? But yeah. All right. So Nerdy Girl, you got the invite. You get in here. You get in.
Shizuo Oshimi.
Is that English? I have no clue.
I don't know those names, Nerdy Girl. I'm sorry.
I wish. Yeah.
Shizuo Oshimi or Junji Ito.
Yeah. That trope was only about 2,000 years old. Yeah, pretty. Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds about right. Just about.
Yeah. All right. So yeah.
So you said World's Finest you liked. You said you liked Gunslinger. What other ones were on? And I know you liked Death Dealer as well.
Yep, Death Dealer. She's still working. Okay. When you finish up, you get in here.
Oh, gotcha.
Flash was really good. I did enjoy. Flash.
Cool.
Flash was just fun. All the rogues have been deputized now by the mayor, so that was fun.
Oh, okay.
Junkyard Joe. Really?
That's right.
Really, yeah.
That was I which is funny because I really enjoyed that one. I think I read it last, but I didn't remember. I didn't remember it. Yeah, I this one was extremely emotional.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
like I was reading this and feeling the weight and the emotions of this guy. Um, this writer. What was it? Mud, muddy or
Yeah,
mudslide or
Muddy Davis.
Muddy Davis. Yeah, and Muddy is really going through some stuff, and Junkyard has been kind of his escape from
Yeah,
all that.
yeah,
And yeah, it's beautifully written. Jeff Johns is super creative when he brings in this like new universe. So and then like also bringing in that new family that lives across the street, and the daughter who is a creative as well, and she's a artist.
yep, right there.
And yeah, there she is. Yep.
This
Um
happened in the comic, although I wish it would have happened in the comic.
that would have been frightening.
Yeah.
Would have been pretty funny, but yeah, no, the book was really emotional, very heartfelt. That last page I was not expecting though. So
No, I wasn't. No, and I love where it's going. And yeah, one thing to remember is that this story, Junkyard Joe, this issue, it takes place in modern day. So today, 2022.
yes, yeah. As opposed to the last issue, which took place in like 1970,
74? 77?
yeah, something like that. 19 between 1968, 1970
72. Oh,
something.
72. 72.
Okay, yeah. And yeah, we basically see how Junkyard Joe has played a role.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree, Trencher.
yeah. Although I would say Geiger, I did like Geiger. Geiger got better. I wasn't
Mm,
as gung ho on it when it started. I'm like, okay, this is good, but it got better. And I will say the one I want to read more of is that British Soldier. I think there's like a one shot short story that Jeff Johns did. It was like a British soldier who's like like a man out of time. He's like a time. He's like I think he's either immortal or forget what his name was, but
yeah, I'm blanking.
Hitch did
Huh.
the art. Yeah, it was really good. That and Junkyard Joe. Junkyard Joe's been my favorite so far because I
Yeah.
said I love the emotional aspect of it. And Gary Frank's art, it's still damn good. Love it.
Dude, we are blessed to have him on the interior arts of this book. And look at that score too. So like normally whenever I'm on League Comic Geeks, they normally give anything above like a 2.5.
Mhm.
It normally says like, "Oh, people liked it," even though they gave it like a 2.5 stars out of 5.
Yeah.
But that 4.5 star rating,
Mhm.
that's high for a book. Like I don't think I feel like you don't see that a lot on
Yeah.
books.
So I think Born of Blood isn't even that high. But let's see here.
Mm,
I don't think Born of Blood is. Yeah. Let's check out issue 2. Uh,
I do remember seeing some good reviews.
6 out of 7 liked it. So
There
yeah,
you go. Yeah.
86%, 3.6. Oh,
Yeah.
I'll take it. Hey,
That's
92.
awesome.
Very nice. Oh, little teaser. These just arrived in the warehouse.
Oh.
On
Ooh.
the big screen. Yep. Boom.
Nice.
3.
I think as of right now, that might be my favorite cover, the John Royal.
Yes.
Yeah,
These,
dude.
yeah, these look amazing. That's all I got to say. They look amazing.
Whew.
As the kids say,
He
Coach Mace
yeah.
ball.
Toads baseball. He like has it's like a mixture between J. Scott Campbell and Jamie Tyndall.
Absolutely. His work.
It's like it's that perfect combination of both, I guess. But
He's a great guy to just chat with. He's got a lot of cool stuff coming up that I don't want to spoil, but yeah, be prepared. There's gonna be more John Royal work coming up, guys.
nice.
Yeah, stay tuned on that. And okay, back to reality.
So yeah, no, I think Junkyard Joe was really a great second issue. I didn't really know where it was going at first.
Yeah,
Like when I was first reading it, I was like, okay, like is this going to be the story? but then as the book goes on, like, it just allows you to sit with kind of the feelings that our main character Muddy is feeling, and it was really like I as two guys who have been in the military,
Yeah.
like, reading this was super heartfelt and, like, very, kind of emotional. So to see our, hero show up later in the book was very exciting. And
Well, what you got to remember is that Muddy was told, he went through therapy. He was told,
yeah,
hey, none of that happened. There was no robot, no Junkyard Joe. None of it was real. And this comic was him working out the psychosomatic trauma, if you will, from war, thinking he was hallucinating.
yeah, for sure. So, and then we get introduced to our villains as well.
Yes.
So those dudes are going to be bad dudes, and I am looking forward to seeing their demise, hopefully.
Yes,
But
yeah, it's the fights. I'm really hoping Gary Frank brings us some very epic fight scenes, with these robots.
oh yeah, well, I mean, look at in that last issue, the scenes with the guys when they're in Vietnam and they're getting ambushed, and we got like a dream of it in this issue. Dude, brutal, really, really well done.
Yeah.
Like, the art is just super visceral, but also very grounded and gritty. Yeah, it's awesome.
Oh man.
So
yeah.
good issue number 2. Looking forward to 3.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he set a high bar. So yeah.
yeah.
Hey, it's Jeff Johns. That's what he does.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was it was World's Finest, Flash, Gunslinger, Junkyard Joe, and Death Dealer. I think those are my top 5. Oh, and Prodigy was really good.
Oh,
final issue.
Yeah, that's the one I didn't read this week. Okay, I gotta go read that one for sure.
And this one, issue She Bites. This issue, oh my god. The issue 1 came out back in, I think, July.
And, oh my god!
Yes,
like 6 months ago. So
yeah. And the story is about effectively a little girl vampire who needs an adult babysitter, more or less, to take her around or whatever. And it is violent, it's vulgar, it's hysterical, and you have like this immortal vampire who's like an 8-year-old girl, pretty much giving this teenager her balls because she's completely, just ineffective, just scared, fragile, and she's like, "Come on, grow some balls, will you?" It's hysterical.
Huh? That sounds like a interesting concept. Scout definitely is like one of those like indie publishers that some of their books are pretty hit or miss.
Yes.
But I have no idea. I've never heard of She Bites. I think I most likely watched that episode. If you guys did, because I think you guys might have talked about this in July when it probably first came out. But
yeah, we did. Yeah, I think it was actually Kim. I think Kim and I did it. Sean's wife. Okay. And
oh my gosh, yes, yeah, that was
that's how long ago.
That was so funny. Well, yeah, that's what's so great about like Scout, though, the imprint is that like it introduces you to so many different stories and concepts and like books that you would never think of or read. Like they're like there was that one book that got published, I think, a couple weeks back. There was a bunch of reprints. It was the cross-gen books.
Yeah. You got that right over here. Yeah.
Yeah, I had so much fun rereading through those cross-gen reprints because they're books that I would never think of reading. Like, one is like almost like a Sherlock Holmes type.
Yeah.
One is like, I do remember reading Sojourn as a kid back in the 90s and early 2000s. So yeah, man, that's really cool. I'll have to look into She Bites, and it's got a good, rating for the 4 people that voted on it. So
yeah, it's 301 polls. So
oh wow,
that's That's something.
Yeah, for sure. I've been hearing a lot of the Mr. Freeze going around.
Oh my god.
How did we feel about it? Because of you got Gem Mint giving it the pick of his pick of the week was Mr. Freeze. And I love Gem. I think he's a good dude, and
I
he's got
I
yeah.
talk to Jim every week. I talk to Jim every week. He's in here. We
Yep.
talk all the time, and we have. I mean, Sean, Jim, and I. We talk. We talk to comics. We talk Punisher for quite a bit. We weren't fans. We all have different. Sean and I have kind of like a similar point of view on the Punisher. Jim kind of he likes what they're doing in the Punisher series. He's going along with it, and it's fine.
Yeah.
It's like the minute he started flying, I'm out. I'm tapped.
Yeah.
But everyone's got their thing they liked, So, but I will say this comic would work. I mean, the art is fantastic in this.
Okay.
But let's see if I can pull it up. Pulling one bad day.
There's the Riddler. Let me see if
see if I can pull it up on here.
But yeah, no, I've heard a couple different things in regards to like, so well, I guess I'll ask this. Did it seem like it could be like a flashpoint type of thing where it's like a different dimension or a different like, hey, this is just a one shot, this is just a reimagining, but this is like totally not what we're trying to do?
Not necessarily, because the time it's clearly told when Dick Grayson is still a very young Robin, probably in his first or second year as Robin, and so Batman is still relatively kind of newish, but it's still early in their careers, and they're setting us up like this is probably the new origin for Mr. Freeze, and they got with seriously a couple pages, they effectively took away the sympathetic. Oh, here it is. The sympathetic villain of who the sympathetic character of the tragic character, because I said it in our review. Batman animated series, Heart of Ice, arguably one of the best, if not the best, Batman animated series episode.
Excellent episode.
And I think that episode actually won an Emmy, I think.
I wouldn't doubt it, man. It was very well written.
And what's great is like I said, you have the sympathetic character in Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
The tragic character in him, where he's trying to save his wife. But you have this guy, they change him to just being a jealous asshole, pretty much. Just jealous of her going out talking to her friends, wanting to keep her all for himself. Just a complete incelish type dick.
I mean, it feels like that's where they're going with all of these versions of villains now, is like the incel who, can't get a woman, or like, his wife leaves him or something. And it's just like, it's another tired trope, but especially with someone like Freeze, who is so like gut-wrenchingly sympathetic in a way.
Yeah, and they set up, it's that he wouldn't, because I guess she was spending his money, and he wouldn't divorce her or something, and froze her. I forget what exactly the circumstance of it, but there was a prenup involved. I think there's a prenup, but what I would have loved is that if Nora, let's say, let's go down that path, but we're going to take a little deviation. Let's say Nora did not love him, was with him for the money, but he still loved her deeply.
Oh.
And she did get sick. And it's revealed in the story, like, yeah, she was using him, but he didn't care because he still loved her no matter what. Like he's convinced he can save her, and by saving her, he can change her mind about him.
Interesting, yeah.
Instead of making him the incelish asshole.
Right. That would have been a great way to kind of fix that. I love the art in this, actually.
Yeah, Matteo Scalera. Yeah, he did a terrific job in this art, and it's one of those unfortunate circumstances, like with say a Clayman, if you will, where you're given a shitty story.
Oh, who could you ever be thinking of that would be paired with a awful writer? And
so many different writers over the last 3 or 4 years.
Well, I'm assuming that you're talking about the Clayman and Tom King run.
Oh yes, him. Yeah, him.
That I think that's the one. But yeah, no, this is I think the art would fit perfectly with that type of story. And I'm normally not one for sympathetic like villains. I normally tend to like a villain who is very like the opposite of our hero. Like I want the villain to be very much so the antithesis of everything that the hero believes.
Mm-hmm.
But in Frieza's case, I think he works better as someone who is more sympathetic.
Absolutely. And yeah, Sean Gordon Murphy, he's another guy. He understood that well.
Yes.
In, Batman Curse of the White Knight. And I think they did a one shot where it was him and Klaus Janson told the story about Victor Fries during I don't think it was World War II, but it was in the past when Thomas Wayne was working with him on I think cryogenics or doing some stuff with freezing. But yeah, wouldn't let her friends. Yeah, he was so jealous he wouldn't let any of her friends see her. Just wanted to keep.
Oh my god!
Yeah, he's a complete asshole.
Yeah, that's not how that needs to be written.
No. Like you said, there's so much good here, but with a few tweaks, modifications, it could have been a great story.
Yeah.
But no, had to go with the shitty husband route. Yeah.
Yeah. Mark McGrath in the comments says instead of One Bad Day, they should just have called it One Bad Husband. Mm-hmm. And that would have been more honest. And yeah, I mean, men are the source of all bad days. Or bad days, says JK. Yeah, I mean, at this point, Marvel and DC tend to be having those types of thoughts.
Yeah, you really don't feel bad for Mr. Freeze. No, you don't. Yeah, you really don't feel bad for him at all. And like I said, I just pitched to you, Max, where it's like if turned out his wife, Nora, was, fooling around behind him on his back and spending his money, but he was still convinced, by her getting sick, him freezing her, that he could save her, maybe by turning her mind, convincing her to love him. That is more sad and tragic. That you feel really bad for him. It's like, oh my God, it's probably not going to work, buddy, but I love the effort.
Yeah, for sure. I tend to think that it's always fun to come up with our own theories or our own like different writing techniques to like try and alter.
And why do we do that? When do we do that? When the story is bad. That is when we do that.
Yeah. When it's good, we tend to almost like reminisce and go like, remember when this happened, or like, oh my gosh, I really loved when this, kind of. But when stories tend to be not written to the extent to which is like does justice to the character or to the story, that's when we always have to come in and go, okay, I would have liked to have seen this instead. And then
and this is right here, where we find out where Nora is more evil than Victor. It's like, okay,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that's a great twist on that. Yeah,
He's almost got this like Stockholm syndrome where like she's so evil and he's just like, I still love you.
exactly. Yes.
Yeah. It's like almost in this comic he's more of a, like you said, more of an incel. In the other one he's more of a simp. I don't know.
Mhm. But you sympathize with him more in our version than you do with this. You just
Yeah.
have no sympathy at all for the guy after this. If this is truly their new origin, it's like it's gone. Yeah.
And maybe, if that was the writer's intent, if the writer was like, "Oh yeah, no, I don't want to make him sympathetic," then I guess he did his job well, like I didn't read this issue, but from what you've said and from what I've seen so far in the book, like it basically the writer did his job. If his job was trying to do that, that is a dope ass Batman suit. What is that? What?
It's like I guess a deep freeze, deep cold costume.
That is cool. Love it. All right, never seen that before. I'm digging it.
Because that's why you have a hood, because it's cold. It's cold. Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
And he's in the hood, yo.
That's there you go.
Yeah, I don't want. I can't look at this anymore. I'm getting thinking about
it. That's fair. That's fair. We could have a palate cleanser with World's Finest.
Absolutely, yes. I am all about that.
If you, because I think that should be on there as well, or on here. I know Death Dealer won't be, because they're pretty niche.
Yeah, that's true. And hey, Born of Blood still isn't on here, so that's something.
I was gonna say, I wonder if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Haven't been pirated yet? What the hell?
I mean, I've got a printer right over here with a scanner. I can just start scanning pages.
So that's how you know you made it. As soon as like it's
once it starts getting put on the 7 Cs.
Yeah, like the payment time you leave porno. Yeah, that's how you know you made it. Yeah.
But yeah, no, the World's Finest. It keeps like. Here's the crazy thing, and I never like we're now what 9 issues in? Is this issue 9 at this point?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, Jurassic League was 6 issues.
Yep.
There was like one Superman book. There was an anthology that had like only one good issue. Basically, what I'm trying to say is a lot of the DC stuff is either miniseries or like a one shot that's really good. And so the fact that they are still going strong on issue 9 and there's no sign of stopping or hesitation or any type of like boundaries that they're hitting barriers that they're hitting. Like it's still like full force. And I'm digging every bit of the World's Finest, and they're still going strong. So,
yeah, and we said the same thing to Mark when we interviewed him. It's like we told him it is arguably the best series at DC Comics right now, and
easily.
Oh, here it is, Batman Superman World's Finest. That's why I couldn't find it. He said Dan Mora. He's a big part of Dan Mora is a big part of why it's so successful. Because you get a guy like Dan
100%.
Yeah, and where are we getting rewarded with in February? A Shazam series, Mark Waid and Dan Mora. Sold. Take my money. Yeah. This which leads into Mark.
I did not know that.
Yeah, DC solicitations for February. Yep, after we look at this, we'll look at the DC solicitations for February because Shazam coming out. Mark Waid, Dan Mora.
Huh. I had no idea. All right.
But
yeah, cool introduction here to Ratcatcher. Haven't seen him in forever. They're bringing in like first issue of this series. They brought in Doom Patrol. Now we're getting characters like Ratcatcher.
And the key and the key.
Is this a key?
Oh no! I'm sorry. The villain, the key.
The key. Yeah.
Literally,
I was like, oh yeah, I don't have my keys with me. But yeah, we get the key, who plays an integral role in this. And JK says, "Oh, come on now, Tim Drake Robin is quality work." Oof.
Yeah. Oh, that Megan Smart. She's something.
Oh boy, the little bean-headed boy, the little or jelly bean looking head art. Yeah, no, thank you.
Yeah, okay, a little something, a little segue. It's probably just me, but I love this old school Bat Emblem from the '89 Batman. I love looking at this. It's a very small thing. No one probably notices it, but like the little cuts off to the side, like the '89 Batman logo.
Yeah,
I love little small touches like that. It's just good nostalgia.
Baby. I do like the return to the black and yellow, symbol.
Absolutely.
That's badass. Yeah. I mean, because they are really true to form. Like Batman's uniform and Superman's uniform are like 80s, like good quality 80s, 90s uniforms.
And with that being said, it's a serious nitpick. I do wish the Batmobile looked a little older and a little more old schoolish.
Not so modern.
Yeah, it's a nitpick, but it is what it is.
That's
not white. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's totally fair, for sure.
I do. What's great about this issue with I think his name is David. I think Kid Thunder. He's learning under both Batman and Superman, and he gets two different perspectives on being a hero from Batman to Superman. And when you see what Superman's, what he's got to live up to, holy crap. It is like, I don't think I could be your sidekick, man.
Yeah. This is pretty cool how Joker shows him what the item he got and he pulls it out of the bag. Yeah. Like, oh. Well, not exactly. Yeah. So we get the introduction to seeing him and Key working together.
Villains being villains. I love it.
Yes, being villainous, wanting to devise a scheme or a plan.
Yes.
It's great.
Perfect.
Oh, this was awesome too. Look at that panel. Yeah.
It's the small things. It's small things like this that puts a smile on your face. It just, I love it. And we got our hero smiling too.
Smiling and having like real conversations, like genuine conversations with each other. Like it sounds like they're actual people talking. And it's, like you said, so the new boy Thunder is kind of being trained by everyone at this point because he's been trained by Superman, Batman, the Teen Titans, and now Superman's asking the help of Flash and asking Flash, like, hey, do you think you could kind of teach him the ropes? You're better with like kids than I am because you've taught Wally and all this stuff. And so they're kind of going, like, I think that's what they were talking about. And then sure enough, they see the Teen Titans on this vessel that has been commandeered by pirates.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool right there.
That's cool, yeah.
Yeah.
Great use of Aqualad.
Yeah. Pretend it's a whaler.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
And everything is just like pure fun, unadulterated action.
Action packed. It's so fun.
It's and the colors too, like kind of evoke that fun emotion.
It's bright. The colors are bright. They're vibrant. It just
kinetic movement through everything. Yeah, no, it's awesome.
Mark and Dan are showing them how it's done. So you guys can do it too, but you're not.
Well, can they? I don't know. So, I mean, there are writers and illustrators that are not this talented. So
that's very true. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, the other thing to note is Speedy or Red Arrow, whatever you want to call him.
At this point, he's Speedy. He's Speedy. Yeah.
Yeah. So Speedy has a totally different voice than everyone else. You know what I mean? And you can hear that in the dialogue. Speedy's cocky and he's sure of himself and all this stuff. And Robin and what's her name?
Oh, Donna Troy.
Donna Troy.
Yeah.
Are kind of nervous about this. They're like, should we really be letting this guy mentor him and stuff? So they each have their own distinct individual voices. Same thing with Batman, same thing with Superman. It's great dialogue.
Yes. Like you said, yeah, all their voices are different because they all have different perspectives on how they were raised, how they were taught, and how they see being a superhero. You know, because they all have different mentors. You know, you got Speedy, you got Green Arrow, Batman, Wonder Woman, all got Aquaman. Just different points of view. And here we go. He lost his cool. Uh-oh.
Yeah. This next scene is really emotional and impactful, especially when he does.
My favorite scene right here. I laugh every time. This is when, somebody's in trouble.
I actually like the panel, like one before that or one above, where Superman can hear him say, "Not in front of his friends." You know,
yes.
Like it's so. Because it is true. Like even I know when I was in the military, there were you had the option to, if you needed to, ream someone's ass in front of his entire platoon, like all of his friends and all of his classmates and all of his, Marines and everything. You could ream him out, or you could take him aside and be like, "Get your ass over here," and go talk to him. And I think that is a true sign of a leader. And so I like that they put that in there just to really make sure and be like, "Hey, you are trying to mentor this kid. You're not trying to ruin him," And then he shoves him off.
This is something my brothers and I would do. Just somebody's in trouble.
All his arrows go flying.
This page. Oh my God! You want to talk
dialogue?
The dialogue. Superman. You want to know what it's going to be like to work under Superman? The expectations he's got. Yeah.
It's a high standard, but he's Superman. It should be high. His should be the highest standard. Yeah.
We are not judge and jury. You can use force to save people, but you can never, ever be responsible for the loss of a single life. Not if you want to be my partner.
Yeah. It's true. It's a harsh reality.
Yeah. And he's still a kid, and he's still figuring things out emotionally, being he's saying, "Please don't hate me." And, it comes across, this is probably his first time getting a stern talking to. Probably ever, right next to Batman. But he probably misconstrued it as like he thinks he hates him. He's like, no, it's just. But I don't think Superman realizes that he's like I said, he's new. He's being told so many different things about being a superhero, and he doesn't. He's trying to process it all. And then you have the big blue Boy Scout telling him, "If you want to work with me, you cannot mess up once."
Yeah. Now, the other interesting thing too is like, because all the different leadership styles, like you were saying. So like Batman, he's probably more, our boy Thunder here is probably much more fearful of Batman, because like Batman is a fearful, like he invokes fear in people. Absolutely. So you probably get that that like he's almost scared of what could happen. But with the Man of Steel, it's like that disappointed dad. You know what I mean? It's almost like hurts more because you respect him so much. So I think, the different leadership styles, and like you said, he's being hit with a fire hose of information right now. He's been on Earth for a few days, maybe a few weeks, and still learning the ins and outs of what it means to be a hero.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's like, I know it's only been a few more issues since we talked to Mark, but it's like, I would love to get Mark back on and talk to him about these last few issues. It's like, dude, stories like it's pages like this you don't get.
No.
You really don't see anymore. You don't get these.
Well, one, you don't get a lot of just heroism, and two, you don't get a lot of men and other men mentoring. You know what I mean? At least as of late, I haven't seen it in a while. But like a superhero mentoring another hero, and both with like masculine traits or qualities. So I like that a lot.
Yeah. It's a very, like you said, it's a very emotional page and a very emotional issue. And then this we get the big drop about him and his family, about what happened on his planet, what really, and not good.
And this was kind of a interesting plan.
Yes, it was. I'll go with it. It's hey, we're invoking this kind of like the Silver Age. So hey, why not? I got the key. We're gonna in the Angleman's angle, and we're opening a door, letting in whole Gotham Harbor, Gotham River. Yeah, millions of gallons of water in a second. Love it.
And the way that Superman kind of saves everyone here, like you said, I was like, you know what, sure, because I was also wondering, like, okay, so aren't the cars going to be like sucked back in, or like wouldn't people be sucked back into it? But no, I think Superman is able to know better, or he was able to focus his energy or something. So I was like, you know what, I can suspend my belief for a second.
I love, real quick, little side note, I love Dan Moore's Joker. I love how he looks. It very, very cool. It invokes, from this angle, it invokes a almost like a Jack Nicholson Joker kind of look.
The jawline and the cheekbones, for sure.
The hair flaring out right here, like Jack's. Right around his ears.
Yeah.
You won't make it then. That's enough. It's not enough. It's changing the course of a mighty river.
And then, so this is kind of where Superman makes like a whirlpool, I guess. Yeah. So I can see it. I mean, it really would be like one of the few ways to actually do that. So.
That's why he's Superman. There we go.
Yeah.
This right here. I was trying to figure out when I read it. I'm like, so the Batmobile lands, hits the clamp, and it drops. Is that what happened?
I think that's how I saw it as well. Like he was able to hit like some sort of button or something that made it close. Yeah. Or maybe that's where the key was, or the angle was. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like, I was trying to figure that out. I'm like, okay, but all right, whatever. It closed. All right.
Yeah. Because like it would be, if they started going into like nonsensical, like, oh, well, in order to close this thing, we have to get the angle, but to get the angle, we have to find the nullifier that only Batman has. So we have to get this, I would just be like, okay, I'm done. But for them to do it simply like this, almost sometimes simple is better. And so in this case, I think it was actually well done.
Right here, I kind of wish Batman would have said language,
Oh, that would have been kind of funny. But that's more of a Superman thing?
Yeah.
That might have been more Supes, but and then this is that face, man. Yes. Holy crap.
Love it.
Dan Mora doing his work, doing the Lord's work.
God among insects.
For real though. For real. I mean, couple artists right now that are like on weekly titles or monthly titles. Dan Mora, Danny Warren Johnson, Liam Sharp, I think, who's doing the Stonehenge, right?
Yeah.
He's doing, or Starhenge or something.
Starhenge, yeah.
Brett Booth, from Spawn.
Gary Frank on look for right now.
Yes, yeah, for as of now. I mean, he hasn't shown us that he's not going to be on that series yet. So
Brett Booth has done what? Was it 14 issues so far?
I think, yeah, Gunslinger, I think, is either 14. Yeah, it is 14 issues this week.
Every single issue. That's insane.
14, and he's doing your guys' Artist Elite stuff.
Yes,
He's
he
been
is.
doing the Artist Elite. He's been doing covers for, God, however many covers he does in a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's crushing it right now.
Yeah.
Brett
Oh,
Booth is
yeah. This series, yeah, the colorist really does need to get
absolutely.
yes.
Yep. Especially on that scene with the Teen Titans, like those bright colors, like we were talking about earlier, really invokes like a lot of fun, and it invokes that bright kind of 80s look. And color really does add to the mood of like what it is that the writer is trying to get across.
Like you say, yeah, you have a lot of primary colors right here. So
Yeah.
that's beaming a lot of positivity, good vibes, good feelings right here. You got reds, you got blues, you got yellows, right?
Mhm.
Very bright, positive. And like right here. There you go.
Yeah.
Love it. Yeah, if you guys are reading it, you guys gotta be reading this. You have to.
I would definitely recommend World's Finest. Like, do you know how it's doing in terms of sales? Like, I don't ever see it sold out on the stands, but I don't know if that's because comic shops are ordering a lot of it.
I do know. I think Ernie at our brick and mortar store, he doesn't order very much of it because DC just doesn't sell that well.
That's
generally
fair.
at the brick and mortar store. But as far as it is the one title, as far as I know from DC, that's gotten the most positive feedback.
Okay.
We've gotten, yeah.
Yeah, because I hope that what I keep telling people is like, if you really want good content, you have to support it to show DC, like, this is what we want, you know?
Yeah.
And so I hope that the sales for World's Finest are doing far superior than anything else, because then maybe they'll look at that and they'll go, what a concept, you know?
Yeah. It's kind of like the same thing with Merc Publishing and all those books. Like, hey, you want these?
Yeah.
If you guys love these books, you guys say it's great. We're still a new publisher. It's only been open for a little more than a year. People got to get out there and back these books, like such as Born of Blood #3, which will be available in a couple weeks at your LCS.
Born of Blood 3, Death Rage 5, Miss Meow 5.
Yep.
Artist Elite Publishing, and what was the other one? Now Legends.
Yep, and Legends, yeah.
The easiest way to do that, and this is how I do it, so like chat and anyone who's for all the viewers, best way to do it is just go to your local comic shop, open up a pull list with like the cashier or the manager, and just say, anything that comes out from Merc Publishing, grab it for me. And then that way you know that you have it in your pull list. It's going to be in your box every single month, and you know that it'll be there. So that way you don't have to worry about, oh, did I miss pre-order? Did I miss final order cutoff? The comic shop will do it for you when you put it on your pull.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, really worked really hard on the series. Worked hard on all the issues. Max, what do you think of issue 3? Because you read it. I gave you the PDF.
I actually haven't gotten a chance to read 3, but if you guys want, you can go to the League of Comic Geeks.
Yeah.
And I have a review there of issue 2, and very well done. And I've told Drew, and I've on the page here, I've said that not only does the writer, our man here, and the illustrator, like the illustrations in this actually caught my eye much more than issue 1, not just because of the nature of what she's doing, but also like the detail. I thought the detail was fantastic as well. But yeah, the artist and writer continually get better with each subsequent issue. I think it's brilliant that the writer is able to bring in the aspect of lust as a form of her strength. Like, so I talked about Black Widow, Poison Ivy. The reason why they're such interesting and developed and successful characters is because they're able to use that power of seduction to manipulate their enemies into giving them what they want. And in this issue, I think we kind of see a little bit of that training from Giaris. And I liked that aspect of getting more into her character, understanding more about her as she learns these new skills and how she's going to utilize them in the future. She's not just, oh, I'm physically strong. Like, no, she's much more than that. She has much more depth to her. So I think those were great aspects of it.
And there were scenes in Born of Blood 2 where it's like I was reading some Faust at the time, and it was
that makes sense.
It was kind of influenced by Faust. So, but and I'm going to tell David that when we interview him, I'm like, yeah, it was kind of influenced me. A couple issues of my series. But guys, please do check it out. And Max, do read issue 3, please. Yeah. You know what you think about that before it comes out. All right. Anyway, back to the arts. So, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, I think those were the only ones that I had specifically that really stuck out. I did read Death Dealer, but I know it's not online. So I'd also recommend that one. That was a good, back to basics, true to form. Not my favorite issue that he's done, but still good, still solid.
Yeah, better than the last 2 issues we got. I'll say that.
Absolutely, by far. Like it's day and night. I really wish that last artist came back. I mean, God, that artwork was something else, man.
But, yes, it was. Yeah, it was very detailed, and it was pretty flipping wild.
Yeah.
All right.
Did you have any others that you wanted to discuss, or
not
you want to go to?
Not really. I'm good. Yeah, those are the ones that I've kind of like wanted to talk about.
Noise.
Because all the others like I don't want to talk about because I want people to go out to the stores and support the books. So,
yeah.
All right, back to this. All right, DC February 11th. Oh, what we got here? Issue 2 gave me Naked Weapon meets Anarchy in the best way. What is Naked Weapon?
I don't know what Naked Weapon is, but Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah.
I believe you meant to say vibe. In the best way. Hell yeah.
Appreciate that. Yeah. Wait, the story only gets crazier. Trust me. All right. DC February 2023 solicitation. So this is the whole new initiative. These are the new comics that they're launching on the DC universe.
Interesting.
So won't spoil why, but just me personally. Okay, cool. All right, here we go. Yeah, DC's Lazarus Planet. Is this the second month of DC's Lazarus Planet? Still going on. Superman #1 by Josh Williamson. Oh, Andy Kubert's back. Ed Benes. Oh, these are variant covers. Damn it.
I was gonna say there's no way.
Yeah, it's like Andy, I'm back on interiors. Holy crap.
So why are they doing a Superman? Well, I guess Superman doesn't really have he doesn't have a series right now because he's not on Earth.
It was the
John Kent.
Which selling so well they got to relaunch it as #1 and bring back Kal-El back.
So now we have a okay, all right.
Yeah, that's good. All right, Debo. All right, his favorite. Ooh.
Whoa.
Not bad.
All right. Yeah. Is that a Green Lantern or is that the Phantom Zone?
That's the Phantom Zone, baby. Yeah.
Okay. I was like, why is that? Nice. That looks rad.
Oh, that's good. I like that. Not a fan?
Yeah. I feel like I like the silhouette. I really like the silhouette. Mm-hmm. But it's a little boring.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Joe's just like, okay, he's getting mail. Is that what he's doing?
Yeah.
Oh, is this Francesco Mattina?
That probably is Mattina. That's Mattina right there. Yeah, it's been a minute since we've had Livewire show up. I'll say that.
Yeah.
But what the?
Whoa! What is going on here?
That is, I think, probably the best cover right here.
I mean, it's gorgeous. It's really well done. I have no idea what that is, though. That does not look. Is it supposed to be Starro or something?
It looks like a Starro type guy person.
Yeah. Like, I am so confused. Superman has returned to Metropolis. Will the future of the Superman family is never bad. Supercore? The secret project is Lex given to Superman. Well, it doesn't say who that person is or what that thing is.
No.
Is he ripping through like cellophane? That's so odd.
Yeah. But it's a number one. I'll be there. So
I don't know.
But yeah, it's like you said, I am reserved on it right now. It's like, yeah.
I love me some soups.
Yeah.
But I will wait. I will hold off on this one until
as much as you love Leah Williams on Superman.
Oh no. Or as much as I love Stephanie Williams on Cosmic Ghost Rider. Isn't that she's gonna be right now?
Stephanie Phillips. That's Stephanie Phillips.
Stephanie Phillips. Sorry, yeah, thank you. They're all this. It's all the same person.
Leah Williams,
Stephanie Phillips, Stephanie Williams, Teeny Howard.
They're all interchangeable.
It's the same person.
Yeah. We got boobs. I didn't know that was allowed anymore at DC. That's crazy.
Ew. Power Girl looking great.
Yeah.
Brian Micklick in the chat says, could it be Parasite?
Ooh.
That's actually much. Yeah, that's totally
could be.
That's yeah. I can totally see Parasite now that you say that for sure. Yeah. Good call. Steel.
Yeah, nice. So he's handing over the mantle to his niece.
Of course. Because
reasons.
We can't actually get Steel in a book. No.
John Henry Irons being a superhero. Yeah, can't do that. Yeah.
No. We need to give him his own Riri Williams.
Yes. Fatal J is a big fan of Leah Williams. Of course, Fatal.
Is he really?
Wow.
No way. We need to get him on the aficionados. And
I think he's got two big reasons why he's.
Oh, that's probably why. Yep.
Yeah, two big reasons why. She's got a big heart. Yeah.
Great personality, just like Power Girl.
Big personality. Yeah.
Next evolution.
That thing is something. Oh, this character. It's not her first appearance, but she is in prominently this upcoming week's Dark Crisis tie-in issue.
Oh, yeah. Is that the key? Is that a first appearance?
No, she first appeared in an issue back in this past summer, but she's good at talking at great lengths, whether you want her to or not, and in the issue. So, yeah, that's all I'm going to say right now.
Lazarus Planet, Next Evolution, House of X, Powers of 10, Crisis
of the House of Hell. Yeah, Red Canary's name. Dark Fate. Dark Fate.
Wait, what's the difference between Lazarus Planet, Dark Fate, and Lazarus Planet? What was the other one? And Next Evolution.
Oh no, she's Red Canary. That's Red Canary?
Oh, okay. I was gonna say her uniform is reminiscent of like a Black Canary. So
yeah. Let's see here. Lazarus from Touchdown. Yeah, people are kind, people are good, people are evil. Follows the main disastrous new villains created by the Lazarus event, and the heroes who stand ready to stop them doing harm to. Sure.
Wait,
okay.
Didn't the Lazarus event project tie-in thing, didn't that do like really poorly?
I think
I
so.
don't remember anything from Lazarus.
All I gotta say is we better get the Doom Patrol in this issue. We got the Doom Patrol showing up.
That's I mean, yeah.
Yeah, that's the OG Doom Patrol too. You know, yeah, Negative
Yeah,
Man,
hell yeah.
Robot Man, Elastigirl. Yeah, they better be there. I'll be pissed. Lazarus Planet Omega.
Omega. Oh my God, these are all number ones.
Oh, is this the final actual last issue of it? Sun are at war. All humanity caught in the middle. Uh-oh. Lazarus storms are intensifying. Mark Waid's writing it. Oh, I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. Mark Waid's writing it.
That's fair. He knows how to write.
Yes, he does. And we got Batman versus Robin, number 5.
Oh, okay. I've been liking this one.
Yeah, it's been good on the whole. I'll say that. Good.
It's definitely no world's finest, and yeah, but still good. That first issue, man, it came out of the freaking gate hot. It was fast, coming in hot. It was really, really good. I still remember that panel of Zatanna, being hung.
Yes.
But she's like not dead yet, so she's still talking to him through like the spirit realm.
Like help me.
Yeah, so cool, man. Like that was such a great first issue. Looks like we get more Monkey Prince in this one, maybe.
Yep, yeah, he's lingering around in this event. So is the pig. Yeah. Kyle and I were joking in a previous issue. It's another question we need to ask Mark, because it shows his pigman mentor in the series, and it's like, Mark, could you consider putting him like on a rotisserie with like an apple in his mouth? He's being tortured.
That's pretty funny. Yeah.
Oh, damn, Mark. Oh, love that. Or, no, it's Jorge Jimenez. That's Jorge. Oh, wow, man.
Wow. They do have very similar structures.
Yeah. And
but but I like that.
Yeah.
That's cool. Oh, okay. I get it now, because the reflection of them is their alter egos, and who we're seeing is actually Bruce and Selina.
Yeah.
And
So I guess Bruce has forgotten who Batman is, or doesn't know who Batman is, so because Batman is gone. I guess. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm hoping that he's still. Could that be a filler issue in between what we've been getting right now with what's his name, the robot?
Oh, this is all after Failsafe. This is all after.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So this is the fallout from Failsafe. Yeah.
Interesting. All right.
Batman and Joker Deadly Duo number 4.
Yes, sir.
I just saw I think I might have sent you the PDF to a certain issue.
You did, and I will be looking at that right after this live stream.
Yeah.
Because I loved issue 1. So
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Train
nice.
Day.
Function as a team. Nice. Yeah. Ooh, I like the juxtaposition of Joker, or whatever that thing is, in the far upper corner, and then Batman in the lower corner.
Yeah, this is cool. Yeah, creepy. Oh, and yeah, it's creepy.
Yeah.
Ooh, David Mack, not bad.
Interesting. Yeah. Very stylized. Very stylized.
2 David Mack covers. Holy crap.
Nice.
Ooh.
Okay.
Fancy. I like that.
Giving me the Liam Sharp vibes from.
That was Liam Sharp. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 1 in 25. They're 2 different stories, and they really haven't said which one takes place before the other one with Failsafe for Batman versus Robin. They haven't really said, I think. Riddler Year 1, I am not touching that with a 10-foot pole.
No.
I made Kyle read it. I gave it to Kyle. I was like, gotcha. So it's one of the ones.
Probably smart.
Yeah, because I'll be perfectly honest with you. I was not a fan of the Batman. I saw it once. I will not be seeing it again. Oh, big announcement from Sean. The Action Comics 1050 Jim Lee foil is live on the website. So we're going to cut away. We're going to interview. We're going to break away from this. We're gonna show these.
We interrupt this program.
Yes.
Yeah.
There it is, right here. The Jim Lee Action Comics 1050 exclusive foil variant.
Nice.
That will not be super cool right now. I will show this. There it is, right there, the foil.
Beauty. Limited to 2,000?
Yep, 2,000.
Oof. It's gonna go fast.
Yes, it is. $30. That's not bad at all.
That's rad.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jim Lee and foil. That's sick.
Yep. Yeah, Jim Lee Superman cover. Yeah, that's one you don't see too often.
No.
Yeah. So it's kind of
he normally is.
It's
Yeah.
not a Batman cover. Yeah. It's like you got Lex Luthor and Superman and this guy.
Thing.
Yeah, that
guy. This guy.
Yeah.
Looks awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Gorgeous.
Shared with 5 stores only, so this will be nice.
Absolutely, yes. Get it here or be square, guys. Don't want to miss out. Don't want to be too slow. we don't hear that anymore.
It's that commercial of the guy who's got the dollar on the fishing line, and he goes, "You got to be quicker than that."
Yeah. We're just talking about that. Actually, wait a minute. Were we talking about 1050 or 1052? I forget. Solicitations. Was it 1050?
I forget. Should I get my keys for 1050? Oh,
okay. I think it's probably a big fight between Superman and Lex in this issue because this issue shows Lex in jail, so it's probably them having a big fight.
Yeah.
Big Dukaroo, if you will.
Dukaroony.
Yeah, a slobber knocker. She was. Hey, that was Jack Kirby. That was Jack Kirby's verbiage for it. Jack Kirby called it a slobber knocker.
I feel like it would be like a clobberin' times or something. Like it's clobberin' time. That's what I think of when I hear that.
You can get these graded too, guys. CGC 9.8.
Noise. 100 buckaroonies.
Yep. It's like It's like you could. It's like they should be here in February. Wait a minute, or is that 2/27/20? Should be 23. Should be 2/27/23 when they come out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully Sean's still watching. I don't know if that's correct. 2/27/23. Or maybe it comes out in the past.
Yeah, unless they have already sent it in.
Yes.
Last February. Yeah. They sent it out last February, so
that kind of makes sense with their timelines. They've been so backed up on grading. They're actually now coming in. Yeah,
considering that that it will have literally been a year, and then that you guys would be getting them.
Yeah, so these probably they could have been submitted back. Hey, Kyle just now got his books after a year, so
yeah. Oh my, and that was a fun video. I still really enjoy that one, and I think from what I remember seeing, the comments were thumbs up. They enjoyed it.
Oh yeah, everyone loved the stuff he wanted, and I think he's So I do know some of those books he's going to part ways with. Some, not all of them. Some.
Yeah.
All right. I think Sean dipped out. I don't think he saw.
The 2022.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll text him. After this.
I'll just say this real quick. I was not a fan of the Batman. I saw it once. Once was enough. I don't plan on seeing it again. But Kyle hated the first issue, so I'll make sure he keeps reading it.
I don't. Poor Kyle. I don't need incel Riddler. Sorry, but I'm good.
That was a pretty. I'll also say that was pretty weak.
Very weak.
Yeah, and I'm still gonna say it that they did not hint or tease at or riddle anything about explosives being planted around the docks.
No.
for the explode. Like, wait, where did that come from? No, you can't just.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. No.
I think the movie invoked a certain mood that I think is good for Gotham.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. I mean, visually, it was the best looking Gotham we've gotten since
easily.
Yeah. Like I said, it evoked a great mood, a great depressed,
atmosphere.
Yeah, depressed, beaten, like Blade Runner. It just really reminded me of that.
It was dirty. Like you felt dirty. Yeah.
Dirty, defeated, ugly. Just that's Gotham. Perfect.
Yeah.
And
but yeah, entirely too long. Easily 30 minutes too long.
3 hours.
There's no way it needed to be that. They could have cut off 30 to 40. In my opinion, I think 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that's a long time to cut off of an actual film.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Here's some jokes we're going to we got anything to hey, I got a joke for you. Hey, Max, do you know the boomerang joke?
Does it come right back at me or something?
Damn it! It'll come back to you. No, it'll come back to you. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I should say no. I don't know that one.
It'll come back to you.
There we go. There you go, Bill. There's your joke for the night.
Oh man. Oh, Joe's here. Big Joe.
And see that, that's the thing, Joe, is like with 45 minutes, it's you really are almost having to take out an entire character.
Yeah.
That's why I think I say 30. But even still, man, 2.5 hours. Whew. Too many plots are too tightly interwoven together.
Joe, I'm getting ready to send you the link to the chat so you can hop in here, hang out with us, the chill stream, just hanging out, chatting, looking at the solicitations, and talking about the Batman.
Always great seeing you, Joe.
Yeah, absolutely.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah, always fun. So here we go. We got Batman One Bad Day, Clayface, Colin Kelly and Jackson Lansing. That is strikes 1, 2, and 3 right there. Man,
I don't know about these One Bad Days, man.
Oh, not good. But I will say this: if you want to read a good Clayface story, the last great Clayface story, James Tynion wrote it during his Detective Comics run. It was like his origin story, more or less, about him as a child, learning as an actor. Great stuff. Great issue. I think it was an annual issue, actually. But you cannot go wrong with that. And it looks like we could possibly go wrong with this, but we'll find out. The Nightwing.
Night Queen.
Yep. There he is. Tom Taylor Trap.
101?
Mm-hmm.
Is it really on 101? Wow.
Yep.
That's impressive.
So I'm led to believe Nightwing does not die in Dark Crisis. If Superman has a talk with Nightwing, let him know Dick's time to lead. Ladies and gentlemen, with us right now, we've got Joe Corallo.
Hello. I have a bit of time, so why not? But I'm surprised. No, I have yet to hear anyone refer to any of the One Bad Day books as one bad read.
Ooh.
People really have to step up their game.
Because they're all collectively one bad read. No.
But I haven't read any of them. I'm just not terribly interested. I've heard mixed things. If you like it, great. To me, the issue is right out the gate kind of being like, hey, the Killing Joke, we're trying to replicate that. Like, that's basically the marketing, which is a weird way, I think, to market a book. But
and I think that was all Tom King's idea. I think that might have been his brainchild to try to keep it good. It was like it's the 40th anniversary of the Killing Joke, and they wanted to do these one shots, or the 35th anniversary.
It's probably the 35th, I think. But
yeah, 35th anniversary. I think they were trying to bring that back by doing these for all the villains.
But also, I don't know. But isn't that?
But it takes away like the we were talking about earlier, the Mr. Freeze one. There's one aspect of it where if you take that out, it is a truly great comic book because what they do in it is they take away the tragicness of Mr. Freeze, how much he loves his wife Nora, how much he's trying to save her. They get rid of that by turning him into a possessive asshole, keeping his wife away from everyone. He won't let her out, won't let her talk to her friends. He's going against her wishes by keeping her alive. It's just a very illness controlling character where you get rid of that tragic aspect of Victor Freeze.
Didn't they kind of do that in that annual during like Scott's run during the New 52? Like they kind of did something like that. I thought
someone brought up, I forget who it was, that how Nora, I think it was during Tomasi's run where Nora was saved, and it turned out Nora was kind of villainous, and it was kind of a different twist on Nora that we hadn't seen before.
Yeah.
What I would have thought with the Mr. Freeze story, where it's instead of what we got with Victor, is that what it was Nora, like we do find out Nora was like more or less spending his money, married him for the money. She didn't really love him, but she was sick. And Victor was convinced, like by saving her medically, if she was saved, she could find a way to love him. Like he was thinking, she would fall back in love with him, or eventually. But they went the other route.
I'm going to get really pretentious for a minute, if that's okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Please, by all means.
So what they ended up doing with Batman the Animated Series, Heart of Ice, all of that, is they added this new layer, to Mr. Freeze. Then what ended up happening to me, and I think most people probably agree more or less, is by adding this extra layer to him in this new dimension, the problem turned into then they never went anywhere else with it. So like this character became more of a three-dimensional character, and he ended up becoming two-dimensional again because now he's sort of been diminished to, that's the guy that's sad that his wife's sick, and there's nothing else to it. And I think it's a shame that they kind of, by adding this extra layer and not doing anything with it, you end up back where you started with a two-dimensional character.
Yeah, I think that you could almost say that happens with lots of different characters. They almost they fall back on maybe a crutch where they get introduced to something that like really sells or really like allows that character to invoke like a certain emotion through the readers. And then people almost rely on that too much. And then it's like, well, then that's all they want out of that. And then, like you said, it becomes then two-dimensional at that point. I wonder, because you brought up a good point earlier where it's like, if the series was promoted or solicited as here are everyone's origin stories, but in a retelling, I think people would have a different feeling. But when these came out and I saw the One Bad Day, bad read moniker, I was like, oh, okay, so these are just these are just their origin stories. That'll be interesting. I never once thought that these were like retellings or like an alter universe retelling, but I don't know. Is that what they're trying to do, or are they actually trying to do in-universe continuity?
They haven't really exactly been clear on that, because I think it's one of those things where if it sells well and the fans like it, it'll be in continuity. If it doesn't,
that's exactly it.
Yeah. That's a cool cover, by the way. I like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, no, that's great. But yeah, I don't know. It's I wish they and I understand, I get that the market's different and they're trying new things and it's difficult for everyone. It's not a unique DC situation or anything like that at all. But I wish a lot more of these stories were just stories coming out monthly in Batman or Detective Comics. Like, why aren't all of these issues just issues of Detective Comics or something like that? Like, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Why?
Would you prefer to see these as kind of like because I know the Batman, the main Batman title right now has a back story of like 6 pages or something.
Yeah.
Would you prefer to see it in that format, or like the actual full 20 something odd page issue is that
it's just like just bring back Legends of the Dark Knight as an ongoing, like it was for forever, and you put all that stuff there instead of doing these mini series that start with issue 1s and all of that. Just do that, you know. It's just because it gets very. I'm trying to think, because you can still package it and sell it, like for example, like the Tom Taylor, Andy Kubert book, you know, the
Walmart book,
the detective.
The detective.
The detective. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yes, yeah.
It's like, why, if you had like Legends of the Dark Knight coming out or whatever, that could have been issues, you know, 96 to 100 or whatever it is, or 102, and you can still collect it as, you know, Tom Taylor and Andy Kubert's The Detective, and a hardcover or a trade. It's just collecting higher number issues, but it's not going to deter the book market from picking it up. You know, like that. I wish they would go back to some of that, like, because there is no one on earth who didn't buy Hush because they turned it around. They were like, these issues are in like the 600s. Fuck that. I'm not. Like, that's not a thing.
Yeah.
You know, you just package it as a story and people buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're 100% right. And I think with new readers, though, the new reader market or the speculator market or just the new audience, Gen Zer, I think needs the 6-issue format. Like they need an issue 1, you know, because they need that like big sales spike. Oh, it's an issue 1. You know, you can start here. And then, because I think that series was 6 issues, the Tom Taylor, the detective. And you know what? Surprisingly, I actually really liked it. I thought it was really interesting. At least,
it was very good.
Yeah. So, I loved the character that they introduced, the kind of like French. I think he was like a French assassin or something. But yeah,
it felt very Bronze Age Batman, having like, I'm traveling to Europe. Sorry to cut you off, but
no, you're totally fine. So yeah, I think that's my reasoning behind them doing here's issue 1. But you're right, it would work so much better in a format where you can have like a Legends of the Dark Knight, where you can have like hundreds of different issues and different arcs within it. Would be so much more fun. But
no, for sure. I don't know if what ends up helping out retailers too is if you're just like, because every time there's a miniseries and then it ends, that's a book out of their pull list. But if you have like Legends of the Dark Knight, and let's say, you know, there's 2 issues from someone I'm kind of on, but I'll keep, you know, I'm not going to take it off my pull because the next miniseries I'm more interested in that's like tied to it. So you end up getting people who don't want to break their run. You get people who will stick it out because, you know, like just hypothetically throwing stuff out. Like maybe there's a 2-parter Mike Allred story, and Mike Allred's not for everybody. I love the guy, but I know plenty of people who are like, But then the next follow-up is, you know, maybe it's the Silvestri Batman that's going on now. And then it's like, I'm not going to take it off my pull list. I'll suck it up the 2 Mike Allred issues and just keep going. You know, but when you do it this way, it's like then someone has to have their pull list and request the Allred thing. And then when that's over, you have to hope they request like the next miniseries and all. Like, I feel like you leave money on the table as a publisher when you're not doing that sort of thing. Like you're risking people dropping off or some of these books not selling as high because there's not that incentive to have people, you know, pulling those books and things like that.
And right here, Mark McGrath, he is right. Yeah. Legends of the Dark Knight was fantastic. Yeah. Shaman, Prey, Gothic, Venom, Blades. Absolutely. I mean, you want to talk about, they haven't done a big collection. of this yet. They've never done a big collection of it. They've all like been like the individual trades that you can get for each stories, and it's like that's the easy money right there. You're talking about, Joe. This big collection of Legends of the Dark Knight. I'd buy it. Holy crap!
Yeah.
Speaking of trades, I think that is also kind of why they like that 6-issue format. Because like, I remember, I think it was you and Perch, Joe, but Perch had a video about he was talking about how like people now call a run 4 issues, and he was like, 4 issues for a run. There's no way. Like a run would be considered like 30 to 48, maybe. You know, like 2 to 3 years almost. And I think a lot of people read for the trades. And so with Batman the Detective, if it's 6 issues, they don't need to put that in their pull list because they can just pick up the trade once it's over. But you mitigate that issue when you have it in that collected pull. Like, you know, Drew knows this because I wanted to rip up my Death Dealer comics when they were doing like the fill-in issues because they were just nonsensical. But I was like, I'm going to wait this thing out because I know the, Mitch, I forget his last name. I know the original writer is going to come back on issue 6 or 7. So I'll wait it. Yeah, I'll wait it out for issue 5. You know, like filler issue is not a big deal. But yeah, I think I saw what is Drew is the Batman Who Laughs. Is he coming back, or was that a collected edition?
That was a collected edition. That was a.
Oh, okay. I was like, Jock. Are they really bringing him back already?
It's like Jock. Yep, that's a Jock.
Nice. Man, that character blew up.
Yes, he did.
I'm glad people enjoy that character. I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get it either. Just the villain who can do anything and everything. It's just like, okay, sure, whatever.
What about Punisher Batman? The Batman who has all the guns.
Yeah. Grim Knight, another one.
Grim Knight, yeah, that's right.
This is the one.
I have that one shot somewhere in my long boxes.
Batman Superman, Batman Superman World's Finest, number 12. There we go. Emma Lupacchino. Not familiar with Emma Lupacchino's artwork.
Oh, wait a second. You saying we're going to get an art change? No more Dan Mora?
Dan Mora's on the cover. Oh, it's because Dan's going to be doing the interiors for the Shazam series with Mark Waid.
Shazam?
Yeah.
Oh. Shazam better be good enough to where, I don't know. Go ahead, Joe.
It's been a long time since there's been a really like good, compelling, old-timey kind of feeling Shazam book.
Yes.
The last time might have been that Jeff Smith like miniseries.
Yeah, the Monster Society. Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that because I do enjoy that character. But yeah, we'll see.
Bruce Wayne and Harley Quinn don't have much in common except for Casey. Oh, Batman the Adventures Continue season 3. Paul Dini, Alan Burnett. Interesting. So
the variant covers are by 2 of my favorites, Ben Templesmith and DWJ. Nice.
Yeah, that's DWJ right there. Yeah, Batmobile.
That is, yeah. It looks like the mothership from the Beta Ray Bill series.
Yeah. I love that season 4 Scarecrow that they introduced right there. Love that.
That's rad. Yeah, you can definitely tell that's Templesmith. He's got a definite style. Lots of Batman.
Yep. That's a cool cover right there. I gotta give them props for that. That's beautiful.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
That's
interesting.
Yeah, the head looks very small.
Yeah. Proportionally. Yeah. But I do like the physique though is pretty rad.
Yeah.
Blue Beetle, right?
Yeah, he's got
Yeah,
that.
that was the round robin. Didn't quite make it, but they're doing
Oh
it
my
this year.
gosh.
We're doing it anyway.
You and Perch came out with that video today, or
Yeah.
the round robin, and I totally forgot that one existed, and
Yeah.
two, did they do another one? Like, so the second
done
one,
they did 2 round robins, but I don't know if they're going to do
okay.
another one. But
I was
yeah,
gonna say
it's
I had no clue.
yeah, we recorded that last weekend, so and he's just like been having them come out piecemeal. We recorded like 4 videos in like a click, so
I'm surprised you guys didn't record it last year, but because
I
who
mean, we
knows when
could have.
those videos drop?
Yeah, so sometimes those drop like a
Months
while,
later.
but oh yeah, no, for sure. Every once in a while, it's like, oh wow, what we did. We also recorded an interview over a week ago now. That'll probably be up in the next couple of weeks with Glenn
Oh, cool.
Greenberg, which is a lot of fun. So we had him on the show once before. He was a Marvel editor in the '90s. And wrote some stuff here and there too, like Hulk and some Spider-Man tie-in stuff. And he's an interesting guy. But he does a lot of stuff now with they're called like bookazines. They're like magazines, but it's like a whole magazine dedicated to something. So he's done one on like the Beatles and Star Wars and Spider-Man. And the next one he's doing is on Stan Lee, and it comes out next month. For Stan Lee's 100th birthday, and it's filled with like interviews, like talks like Roy Thomas, people like that, and it should be that should be really interesting.
You know what? It sounds very reminiscent of Tomorrow's Publishing back issue series. There's a magazine company called Tomorrow's. Is that Sergeant Rock?
That's Sergeant Rock versus Army of the Dead. That's
nice.
Gary Frank. Love it.
I like that cover. Yeah. Ooh, man, these are nice covers.
Yes.
But yeah, they put out magazines that one is like Kirby Crackle or something. Another one is back issue. I collect the back issue one, and it's great because they have like one theme, and they have all types of different authors and editors and like different people that they interview for the issue. And so like the last, like one of them will be like D tier level villains, and they'll go through all these types of villains that are more D tier. Another one was like heroines, so like all your different female characters and their origins, like your Wonder Womans and stuff. So I like it a lot. It definitely delves more into the silver bronze age, I'd say.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of cool stuff in those, but reminds me of that.
Glenn's written for back issue, so it's probably why.
Oh, there you go. Perfect. Yep.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, he's a great guy. It's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to people checking it out. I won't spoil the answers, but since he worked on Beatles stuff, I did make sure to ask him what his favorite Yoko Ono album is.
Oh no,
Yoko.
If you ever want, when we went through Marine Corps training and they gave us different ways of torturing people, they just gave us a few albums of hers and they said, you should be good with this.
Yeah. I would be fine because I personally enjoy the Plastic Ono Band. It's like hard. It's a different kind of thing, but that'd be fun.
Oh man, that's too funny.
I told Perch to make sure to include links to where you can listen to the Plastic Ono Band in the description. So we'll see if he remembers that.
Oh. Now I'm gonna have to go check it out when the
Ooh, Jenny Frison.
That's a nice one.
God,
I do love Jenny Frison. She's great.
Yeah.
So when we would go to conventions, literally every show she is at, we've got a long box of stuff for her to sign. It's usually like $5,000. All right, here we go. Sign it all. And
worth it.
Gone. Everything is sold. Yeah.
Totally worth it. Her and Carla Cohen. Carla Cohen, I think, has done some variants for you guys, actually.
Yeah, she has. Yeah. We actually, so a couple years ago, we had her and Lucio in the store back in like 2018.
No.
Yeah, back in like 2018.
Nice.
Alan Scott from Scott's Collectibles was with us, and it was before Carla really took off on her own, and she was still learning under Lucio, and yeah, that was a lot of fun getting to see them, draw and remark and everything.
Yeah, that makes sense. Jenny's over in Chicago for that area, so.
Oh, cool. I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall, just seeing them draw. I know you guys also had Sora Sung in the store the other day or last week or something.
Yeah, last week. Yeah,
she was doing some remarks. That was cool.
Yeah, she was busy. Yeah, she was she was selling OA like it was nuts.
Nice.
But yeah, Jenny's married to Tim Seeley's brother.
Oh, is that okay? I saw the last name. I'm like, it's one of those things. I'm like, no, that can't be it. I was just like, I figured.
Yeah, Steve Seeley. There's 3 of them. Really? I know Tim and Steve. I don't know the other brother, but
okay. I just figured.
Are they?
But okay.
Are they all in comics?
I think only Steve and Tim.
And Tim, okay.
I think the other one that I don't know is like just not in that, but no, and I mean Steve's mostly like a fine artist. Like he does like gallery exhibits and things like that. Mm-hmm. He's written some stuff like and has done covers. Like I found out about him through because he co-wrote Hoax Hunters with Michael Marici. So that's how I first discovered him, and yeah, good stuff.
Drew, what issue is I Am Batman on in February?
In February, that'll be number 18.
Oh my lord.
32.
I'm sorry. I'm very surprised. But then again, the Black Panther one with John Ridley is also equally as brutal to get through, and I feel like that one's still going strong too. But
when we did that video with Nerdette and she showed us those actual pages,
oh my god,
I could not believe it.
When you actually like open it up and you read it and you go, wow, so they're publishing this, huh?
I haven't been reading.
Oh, we're gonna do it. We're gonna bring it up. We're gonna show it.
If you'd like, you're more than welcome to. It's
yeah. We got to show this.
It's how do I explain it? It's they introduce a villain that is so comically poorly written, in my humble opinion, that it is just like I think he's called the Colonizer.
Yeah,
is that what it was? Something like that.
I think that's what his name was. Yeah, but when you see how he's written, it is shocking.
All right.
Yeah, it makes you scratch your head. It really. Oh, I'm sorry. My microphone's over here. Yeah, it'll make you scratch your head. You definitely just kind of go, why?
Was it number 10 or was it number 9?
I think it was 9, maybe.
Okay. Yep, there it is.
Yeah, that's the one. I remember that cover.
I mean, that's not a bad cover.
No, it's not. No, it's not. But when it's like, why is that guy? Who's that guy on top of the elephant? It's like, oh, okay.
And that art's good.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I think it's Alex Ross. Or you meant the interior art?
Yeah, I mean the interior art's pretty good. Yeah, no, that's good stuff. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. We're gonna get to it.
I think it was.
Here we go.
Yeah.
People of virtue.
Yeah. Virtue signification. Salutation to you in a manner of great pleasantry. So he's got this like harem of women around him.
Here, Mr. Interpreter.
And his interpreter is a puppet.
Yeah, these are my many beautiful objectifications who are lovingly misogynized.
Oh my god. I forgot about that part. When he speaks to Black Panther, though, that's when I was like, dude, I'm done. I can't do this.
Yeah, the colonialist. The colonialist.
That's what it was, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, several cycles previously.
Did you I think it was the panel right above that one where he calls Black Panther a wild name, and I was like, are you serious?
I see. I'm assuming you mean there.
Yep, the Negro feline.
And then he just responds, he's like, Black Panther. Like, duh.
I get that the idea is it's a translation thing and they're trying to be tongue-in-cheek with the, like, it's not a perfect translation because it's like, this is what those words sound like. And yeah, so I get that. I just don't understand the point of this character or what's happening.
Right. Like, I think the reason
he's a colonialism. He's a colonialist, and colonialism isn't welcome. Colonialism is evil.
We're near this planet, and then I think I get why. I mean, yeah, like you said, Joe, I understand the language barrier thing because he comes from a different era, I guess, or a different time. So, like, I understand the difference in language, but it sounds very cringy. It's obviously very tongue-in-cheek, but the character itself is just so odd. It's just such an odd choice that, like, I couldn't imagine the Avengers trying to fight this thing, whatever it is.
I think it
but what's the thing he's doing? That's
he brings in at the last page. He brings in.
Yeah, he got his plantation in Texas.
Yeah. So I guess he's just his mere existence is just.
Yeah.
But what's his plan? What's the thing they have to stop?
Yeah. I thought his plan
just him just being a colonialist, and they're telling him to leave. They don't want it here. I think that's really that. It's that. I think
but that's something the Avengers have to deal with, a guy that shouldn't be there, and they would like him to go. I mean, isn't this like, if he's here and clearly he's not a citizen of the United States, wouldn't the government, like, that seems like a SHIELD thing to have SHIELD go in and deport him?
Maybe because he's like supernatural? Because he seems like he's a ghost or a spirit or something.
Yeah, but like, I feel like SHIELD can take care of that.
Can take care
of that. He doesn't seem like he's is he the threat? Like, why
a massive threat? Yeah.
Why is Thor getting his hand? What?
Yes, the Colonial Volunteer Auxiliary Reserve Expeditionary Fighting Force,
4th Battalion.
But why are they here?
The villain at the end, though, is my favorite. What is it, like the Buffalo Rider or whatever? Right? He's like a Buffalo Bill type. But yeah, very, very odd. Like, where do these things come from? Why are they here? What's their plan?
Is Thor summoning the magical power of lightning to stop them?
I think that's what he's trying to do. Yeah,
he's stopping colonialism. Yeah.
Oh,
there he is.
Yeah, the Afro Cat. Yeah, it's like the Trix Afro Cat.
But that doesn't make sense.
Yeah. You are in the sights of the Buffalo Soldier.
But what is the Buffalo?
Yeah.
But is Buffalo Soldier part of the colonialists or the army?
Yeah, because
Because
wouldn't he also be that like pink? Like if he's
yeah, so like, but then those other soldiers also weren't like ethereal
yeah, that's
looking.
right. They
No.
were
So are they a different?
they had corporeal bodies.
And he had like
Yeah,
his little underdwellers right here running around.
Yeah,
It's like,
they come out of nowhere.
yeah.
but
By the way, that's yeah.
it's a threat. But I don't. But why? I'm trying to figure out what the point is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they
Even
like
yeah.
'cause
Even
you
if
could
he had
do
a sorry, go ahead.
no, I'm just saying. I'm like, you could do a story about aliens that want to colonize Earth. I mean, that's a thing that's been done a lot.
Yeah.
Why is it happening like this?
Okay, let me.
Why are they all like? Is Buffalo Soldier not like? So do these other things? They don't need translating, or are they not part of the thing that talks weird?
I don't know. It's almost like what was that line that Drax says where he's like, "Why is Gamora?" It's very much like I just want to ask like who, what, when, where, why. Like
Yeah, he literally
why?
just shows up. I was thinking in those first 5 or 6 pages, we would discover like, hey, this thing came from this dimension. It's known for taking over these planets. Blah blah blah. No, he just shows up. He just page 7 just shows up.
He just I think it would be because normally like the bad guy or the villain, I guess in this case, kind of explains his plan a little bit. And he'll be like, now that I'm on your planet, I see that you have multiple resources that I would like to cultivate or something like that. But I didn't even really see that. Begin with regret. Those things were yours. Oh, yeah. So this was one of the ones that we were looking at, Joe. I want to say probably 2 or 3 months back, and we were just astonished by the writing. And come to find out, it was John Ridley, and I am not a fan. I think a lot of people have. I know Wes is also not a fan. I think there are probably people who still read the Black Panther run, and I Am Batman, I think is the other one that he's on right now.
Yeah.
But
I feel like he's doing other stuff too, but yeah.
Those are the 2 most notorious for me that I've read previously that I've been like, oh man, this is rough to get through.
What don't you like about I Am Batman? I am asking as someone who read the Future State stuff, but I haven't read the series.
So I've made it known what my explanation is. I asked the question, why is he Batman? We do not know why he is Batman at all. He just says, I am Batman. I'm better than Batman. Okay, that's great. Why? Why did you want to be Batman in the first place? Why did you specifically, what training have you gone through that tells me that you are better than Bruce Wayne when he became Batman? What makes you think you're worthy of the mantle? Just so many questions are still unanswered to this point about why he is Batman.
Yeah, and I'm with Drew. I think also, I think a lot of it stems from the dialogue because the dialogue doesn't seem like it's actual, like a character will speak to the other character, and then that other person will respond like a normal conversation would happen. It feels like they're just text box or text bubble, and they're all kind of independent of each other without a actual conversation or through line or coherence of like conversational tone, I guess. At least that's what I get when I read his stuff. But and yeah, like Drew was saying, I don't know if the character of this I Am Batman series really even understands why he is Batman. But
nice.
But that was only after a few issues. I haven't.
I just remember reading the Future State stuff, and then I remember reading the first few issues of the ongoing series, and I had to stop and I had to ask myself, wait a minute, what? Do we even know why he's Batman or why he chose to become Batman? None of those questions are answered. It's just okay. His dad got Bruce Wayne's money. His dad embezzled the money from Bruce Wayne. Okay, great. You got the tech. Why Batman? Oh, Punchline. Yeah, the issue 2 comes out this week. So what issue is this? Number 5.
5.
Yeah.
Are they going to do a Punchline One Bad Day?
Oh, I would not mind reading that. I don't think.
Did we actually get an origin for Punchline? She just kind of showed up and people fell in love with her.
I think they did do a one shot, or it was the one we actually did a Don McTague exclusive for.
Oh, nice.
It was a one shot. I think she was like a radio DJ or like a disc jockey or something for a radio station.
Okay.
And went cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and yeah. No, Scooby-Doo, all age stuff. I hope that's selling well. Oh, Lost Children, number 4. I read number 1. Number 1 was good. So hopefully 2, 3, and 4 are still good.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's a fun little cover, a little callback, some Golden Age stuff.
Yeah, because they're really digging back to the Golden Age in this series, which is fun.
Oh, nice.
I like that. Yeah.
Cool. Mark McGrath, I think that's a great point, brother, who's in the comments. And I think that is what's kind of confusing too, is there's like this continuity error, or not error, but just kind of continuity through line that might be missing, where it's like, okay, well, if this one is Batman, then why is this one Batman? Or is he just part of the Batman family? So
yeah, it gets difficult to do because you already have like Batman Incorporated, and they're actively doing stuff with Batman Incorporated. So it's like, but there is no one Batman, so you can't say I am like you literally have like a whole team. Like, I don't understand, but
yeah,
I
mean, yeah. The two, I'm only picking up 2 Batman titles right now, and that's the current like main title run that they've been doing. That's been a lot of fun, and like the past 5 issues, I want to say, have been just excellent. And then of course the new Mark Silvestri one. But yeah, once again, all these could be kind of encapsulated into one larger run of Batman issues like we were talking about earlier.
I pushed through 9 issues. Pushed through 9 issues.
Dang. I normally, if I'm not, like for Punisher, for example, I push through 3 issues. If I can't get through 3, I think that's when I drop it. Like 3 or 4 is right around when I kind of have to. Sometimes all it takes is 1, but
just one bad read.
One bad read. I was just about to say.
Turn him into a murdering Kevin McAllister. That's all it took for me. I was done.
Sorry to cut things short here. I just realized we've been going for about 2 hours. So,
oh my God, it's been 2 hours. Jeez,
I know, right? Yeah, it went fast.
Yes, it did. What, you want to wrap things up? Sure.
Unless I didn't know if you wanted to go through more of the solicitations or whatnot.
I'm good.
But
I'm sure. I've seen all I need to see from DC. I think pretty good. Just hit the major points. And we got the Megan Fitzmartin run still going strong. It looks like
issue number 5.
Yeah.
Same writing and artist team on there.
Actually, no. Ricardo Lopez Ortiz is on the art. So,
all right. Variant cover by Dan Mora. Nice.
Hey, right there. Yep. I don't think Megan's that lucky to get Dan on the interior art. But...
well, they have to get Dan because for at least for a variant cover, because hopefully that'll sell.
Nicholas Scott. I'm trying to see now who's the artist on the cover?
On which one?
The Titans United.
Oh, this one right here. That is Eddie Barrows.
Oh, Eddie Barrows. Yeah. No, that's great.
Yeah,
nice.
We don't incorporate associate Bright and Chipper with Eddie Barrows, and so sun's out, and it's good, really good. Whoa, okay, that's awfully He-Man-ish.
Nice.
But this was fun. It was fun hanging out with you guys, chatting. Just a reminder, guys, next week, Black Friday, Faust Love of the Damned Omnibus hardcover launches. And Kyle and I were going to be interviewing David Quinn on Saturday morning, talking with him all things Faust and his whole career. So that should be fun. I got all the singles, so it's going to be nice to finally have a huge oversized collection of this. Wasn't cheap getting those together. And, so Joe, what all you got going on?
Oh, geez. Well, my next Mad Cave book is out in a few weeks. What was it? Dahlia in the Dark comes out issue 1, December 7th. And the week after that is Happy Horror Days. That one shot at Archie, and I have a story in that as well. So
very nice. Max,
by the way, I was just going to say, Joe, I think I might have messaged you on Twitter, but I enjoyed Cherish.
Oh,
so it was a lot of fun. So, as far as me, I put the YouTube link in the chat. If you guys want to go support my channel, just push past. We're at like 2,100 subs right now. And it's been a lot of fun growing the channel, getting more content out there, more videos, and doing more stuff that I enjoy, like comic book reviews and just like general commentary. I think has just been a lot of fun. So thank you guys so much for always, as always, having me on. I love talking with you guys about this stuff, especially on a Friday night where I'd either be doing this or I'd be watching more videos about comics. So
we got to do and I think Kyle's done. I don't know where you're at. We got to do our Miracle Man discussion.
Yes, Miracle Man. I want to try and get an Inglorious Rex review with you guys, and I want to try and get a Wraith of God with you guys.
Absolutely. Well, I'll talk with Kyle, and we need to say how much are you done with Miracle Man? Or you still have more to read on that?
I definitely still have more to read. I just got introduced to Mr. Cream.
Okay, yes.
Mr. Cream Boy, yeah. So that's been really very interesting to see how he plays in with Mike and how they're going to, I guess, how Mike is going to infiltrate this bunker. I'll say that.
Yeah. It gets fun. It gets it's going to blow your mind. But Joe, the invites for you if you want to join us when we talk about Miracle Man. We're going to be talking about book 1, A Dream of Flying, eventually when they're all caught up.
All right, keep me in the loop if I'm around. I'll try to hop on.
And naturally, once again, guys, I remind you, Born of Blood number 3 comes out in stores 2 weeks. They're here. There it is.
Yeah, John buddy.
Boom. Came out beautifully.
Gorgeous cover.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it. We'll see you guys again next week. And once again, please remember to buy what you like, collect what you want. Don't listen to the haters. And we'll talk to you guys again next time.